Hi, everybody. I'd like to do an update. I'm sorry I'm not doing updates as much, but I believe I explained in one of my videos that I'm really have a busy schedule now, but I'm going to try to do them at least twice a week. Hopefully, I can get out three. Uh, well, there's some good news and some weird news and some bad news. Firstly, you may recall uh, the older gentleman, Michael Caine. Yes, that's his name. Uh, the one I told you about, the story in the library about how he's deaf and how he blurted out something offhand and everybody heard him. Well, for the longest time, for this 2 weeks, every time I went out there and would see the outside people coming to eat and he wasn't there, I'd get worried because, he is 72 and he is carrying over 100 pounds and 3 backpacks, and he does carry his Social Security retirement check. And I was always worried that somebody is going to take it from him or take his stuff. Uh, but finally, he's been welcomed into the mission program just as a regular program. What would the word be? Program resident. And so now he's safe. Uh, next, I'm very thankful for this. And next, I'm very thankful for Evangeline's donation to me. It'll come in very handy, helping me buy my Nicorette patches or nicotine patches and lozenges. Uh, Thanks a lot. I really needed it. Uh, the question is why haven't the rest of you donated anything? But it's not required. It would just be nice. And finally, the last news is I am trying so hard to steer away from drama. I just want to be have peace and relax. But I guess I'm not destined for this. Well, I'll start the story starting last night. Well, last night we were driven to a supermarket price cutter around here. Me and Doug. So the entire time Doug is complaining about how much he's working, how much he's not making any money. And in his defense, he's only getting, I think, $1 a day for his services. But he's getting a roof over his head, he's getting cable television, and he's getting 3 meals a day, and he's getting chauffeured around. So when you break it down, it's really not that bad. But he's complaining about this. He's saying, oh, I'm tired of doing all the work and this, and he, of course, does his passive aggressive, underhanded insults towards me and now towards Michael Caine. He's saying, oh, I don't get to use my phone like everybody else. And there's very little you can say to address this other than you were in the street and you had no other place to go. And they let him call his daughter when he wants. All he has to do is ask, can I make a phone call? And they let him do it. There's something very fishy about this man. And if I can ever find what his surname is, I'm going to get to the bottom of it. And here's why. So he's complaining, I don't have time to do this. Everybody else is making money. So they tell me to work in the kitchen in the morning, and Michael Caine will do it in the afternoon. So does he prepare himself to go out to look for a job? Does he ask anybody's permission to take him, or where's the best place that's hiring right now? No. He does the same thing he does every day. And that's he sucks around the kitchen trying to brown nose people. So finally, I was there doing dishes, and my friend, personal friend, was cooking, Joe. We'll refer to him as Joe number one. And Michael's there, Michael Caine. So the only way to communicate with Michael Caine is to send a text on his phone, or use his phone and use the voice to speech or type him a message. So Doug's doing this. He's typing Michael Caine a message. And Joe says, Michael, are you allowed? Or he says, Doug, are you allowed to use a mobile phone? And Doug mumbles something under his breath. And I said, Joe, that's how you have to communicate with Michael Caine. That's what he's doing. So if everything stops there, everything's fine. Nothing else happens. Doug chooses to start blurting out insults. He says he'll do what he wants, something else I didn't catch, and then tells Joe, who is about 6'5", 320 pounds, to come outside. Remember, Doug is about 5'7", 130 pounds. And then the topper of it was, he says, you or your fat friend, meaning me. So I'm done trying to stick up for Doug. I'm done being polite to Doug. I'm just not speaking to Doug anymore. I'm just going to ignore him. Because here's how the steps are going with any delusional person. First, he tries to be friends. Then he becomes passive aggressive. And now he's gone past passive aggressive, and he's beginning with verbal insults. The next step is physical aggression. And I'm trying to live the life that Jesus wants me to. And I don't want to have that. I don't want to have any confrontation. That being said, I will protect myself. I just don't know why. Well, yeah, I know why. Because me and him sort of came in at the same time. He thinks he's been here longer. He doesn't realize the 5 months that I put in helping people in the cold shelter and being in the cold shelter myself. So that's what's going on with me. You know, it's even inside here, it's the same as being out on the street. I haven't had 2 days of no drama. I mean, I get 1 day often, but I never get a second day. I mean, this man is clearly delusional. He needs some psychiatric help that they cannot give him here. He needs to be hospitalized. He's starting to become aggressive and violent. And I don't know what's going to become of it, but he threatened an employee. An employee that did not threaten him first. And I just don't know what's going to happen next. Am I going to have to sleep with like a club by my bed? Okay, so that's my always dramatic update of my situation. Next time I hope to do like a walkthrough of the facilities here. It's really quite extensive what they have here. Some of the places I don't have access to, but most of the places I do. Like I usually record in the auditorium. I'll be making a video probably of my bedroom and where we eat when you're in the program. So everybody take care of yourself. Stay safe. And find God. Whatever God you have, find Him and cherish Him. Have a good day. Like, subscribe, comment, and donate, please.